And welcome everybody to the Huddle, King of Nine's streaming weekly sports talk show every week at this time, every Tuesday at this time. I'm Jason Barr, joined by Pat Parris. Pat, good afternoon. How are you today?
Doing pretty well, Jason. Excited about our guest who will be joining us shortly.
Yeah, just a little bit. We'll have Dr. Robert Robbins. He is the president of the University of Arizona and a big sports fan. He is very knowledgeable about the University of Arizona athletics teams, and we'll get some of his insights and pick his brain a little bit. And, I don't know how much we're going to specifically talk about each game with him, but certainly, Pat, you and I will start with last week's game for Arizona football. Look, I mean, it's a layup to sit here and pick on the defense. Obviously, they gave up 9 yards per play. Obviously, Jaden Ott ran all over them, right? We know that. We don't need to slam the defense. They know what went wrong. But I'll tell you what, they've got a chance to turn it around this week because, it's silly to think about or crazy to think about a must-win situation for Arizona, but they need to win this or else they take a step backward to last year. If they can't beat a Colorado team that's got lost by more than 25 points a game for their first 4 games.
Well, yeah, I think that's an obvious scenario, as you just pointed out. It's not a must-win, but they need to win this game, and I think you have to see when you make progress as a program in year 2 with Jedd Fisch. This is how you look to see if you made progress. Yes, you got beat by Cal. You got beaten a lot of facets of the game by Cal. How do you then respond? What kind of adjustments do you make during the week? And then you play a Colorado team that's probably at the bottom of the Pac-12 standings for a reason and winless for a reason. But I'm looking forward to seeing not just adjustments during the week, Jason, but maybe some better adjustments within the game, especially in the second half where we didn't see a lot of adjustments on the Arizona sideline. We saw a lot of adjustments on the Cal sideline.
All right, so talking U of A football and much more, we're going to bring in our special guest now. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Robert Robbins. I'm Jason Barr, along with Pat Parris here on the Huddle. We're so glad you're with us here on this Tuesday. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Before we get into some specifics at each of the teams, you are a very big sports fan. I don't know if everybody in the community knows that. Certainly some people know. Just first off, tell us, how you got started. You grew up in southern Mississippi, I believe. Were you a big sports fan growing up? What were the teams that you rooted for? How did you become such a big sports fan?
I don't know. I guess when you grow up in a small town in Mississippi, you play all 3 of the major sports at the time: football, basketball, and baseball. And I was fortunate to be my maternal grandparents on the campus of a junior college there called Jones Junior College, who in 1968 won the junior college national championship. And I pretty much went to every practice as far as I can remember back, even a little kid, before I started school. I would go to practices, and then I would race home after school and try to go to as many practices as I could: football, basketball, and baseball. So I kind of grew up on campus going to all these practices, and then, of course, played sports. So I was first and foremost I think it's ironic, a Jones Junior College Bobcat fan, and now Wildcats here that I root for. And growing up, I liked all aspects of athletics because I think it teaches discipline, time management, teamwork, goal setting, and achievement. So I'm a huge fan.
So I guess that begs the question, were you any good at any of those 3 sports, basketball, baseball, or football?
Yeah, Pat, the older I get, the better my career was. So I was looking back on it, I was actually great. But, when you look back at some of the press clippings, I think my sons showed me that my high school football coach, which I was probably best in football as a quarterback, but I enjoyed all 3 of them. But probably, I was going to go try and play college football as a quarterback. And of course, you've seen me. I'm a little small for playing in the SEC. And where you grow up playing quarterback in Mississippi in those days, everybody thought they were going to be the next Archie Manning. But I wasn't that good.
Yeah, better hands for surgery than for throwing football.
Yes.
We got to have good hands if you're
Yes.
if you're doing surgery. Are you still a big Ole Miss fan? I'm guessing if that's where your alma mater. And I
Yeah,
know
you know,
you spent a lot of time at Stanford too.
Yeah, I'd probably be more of a Stanford fan, although I am an Arizona fan first and foremost. Let's get that straight. And
Got it.
I loved your analysis of the game at Cal at halftime. You know, it's why you have to play 60 minutes, because at halftime we looked pretty good. They made great adjustments and we didn't. And you know, it's even easy for me to pile on and say, you know, we couldn't stop the run. So my looking forward in this week is Colorado is going to be really desperate for a win. They've got Arizona circled on their calendar as, well, this is one we can win. So we have to be just as desperate and just as determined and be prepared. And I'm confident that that Coach Fish and his staff are going to have them ready to go.
Yeah, Dr. Robbins, first of all, we got a comment if we want to drop that in real quick. We like to drop in our comments every once in a while. Celine says, love it. Hi, Dr. Robbins, bear down. We all say bear down as well. We appreciate you taking the time. I talked to Dave Hickey for our football special before the season started, and I asked him about entering year 2 because Jed Fish took over a team that weren't all his players. Now he's got his players. Do you look at this as year 1? He said, no, we still look at the scoreboard. you still got to win games. How do you look at season 2? Is it season 2 for Jed Fish, or is it his first real season? I mean, how do you look at it?
No, I look at it as season 2 because he was the coach of record last year. And this team, I think we could all agree, looks, feels, acts a lot different than the team he had last year. He's just gotten more tools. And because he and his staff went out and recruited these players, and it's a noticeable difference. And I'm incredibly grateful to Coach Fish and all the staff that he brought here to get these players. But they have to win games. And, you know, I said double in total, that puts you at 2. That's where you are now. You know, I would love to see them win more games, and because that's how you're going to be assessed in this business. It's a brutal business, and it is tough, as you both know better than I am, to win a game at the major college level. So it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I'd really hoped that we could win the Cal game. I thought we matched up well with them. It was a little, what they did in South Bend. I mean, they almost knocked off Notre Dame. I don't think Notre Dame is as good as they've been in the past, and certainly in the preseason polls. But Cal's tough. And I actually stayed behind after the game to shake Mr. Ott's hand and tell him that, you know, that was a heck of a performance, and he really gashed us. But he was very gracious and good young man to shake my hand and talk to me. But he put on a performance. But that was one up front with his offensive line making those big holes.
And you actually had known Jed Fish before this interview process. I believe you talked to him a few years ago when there was an opening. What was it about him that impressed you so much that you wanted to make him the head coach here at Arizona, when a lot of people thought maybe at the time the university should go with somebody who had more Wildcat ties?
Yeah, more Wildcat ties and experience being a head coach. He had 2 games under his belt as an interim at UCLA. I just saw a passion and a commitment to excellence, and our program needed that excitement, that enthusiasm, commitment to the academic side, as well as recruiting the right kind of players that fit, our core values here at the University of Arizona. And I think Coach Fish has done that. He had an incredible experience in his background at being at many different places and learning from really some of the masters in college football. So I just thought his enthusiasm, his experience at working with all of these great coaches, of which, Dave Hickey and I spoke to all of them, and there are many Hall of Fame coaches that he's coached with and learned from, and they were all very, very high on him, despite the fact that he didn't have head coaching experience or any ties to Arizona.
And you pointed it out, his ability to sell this program and get these players to come here has been very impressive here in year two. I want to ask you specifically about one player and your thoughts about Jacob Cowing. This is a young man that likely can play on Sunday. He is really right now he's proving to be the best receiver in the Pac-12 in just his first year at the University of Arizona. What do you like about his skill set?
He's tough as can be. He is committed. He's mature, and it provides incredible leadership in the locker room. You knew he was special. I mean, you just look at his career at UTEP before he came over to Arizona. So I think you're right. He's got a bright future playing on Sunday, but he is tough. I mean, I heard him on the sideline during the game at Cal say that his leg was really hurting him. He's been suffering from, I think, some hamstring tightness, and I know he was in pain. He played through it. So he is an incredible player, a great leader, and we're very fortunate to have him.
Jason Barr, Pat Parris, talking with Dr. Robert Robbins, the president of the University of Arizona. We're talking sports. Certainly the red-blue game for Arizona men's basketball is this coming Friday night. First off, can you tell us what the uniforms were going to be? And second of all, at what point did you know you made the right hire with Tommy Lloyd? Was it right out of the gate, or was there a certain aha moment last year when you said, we got this one right?
Well, I think it was during the interview process. I mean, he was, for both of these searches, Dave Hickey, I was there watching him go through the process, and it was a very deliberative, purposeful process for both of these hires. They're both young. They're both aggressive. They both have all of the core values that we at the university have, starting number one with integrity. I just think that they're such a great fit for this program that needed a restart, and a recommitment to excellence. And we had an incredible number of people, both in the football and the basketball search, that were well qualified and could have done these jobs. But during the process, I think Dave was just sold, and I concurred with his decisions on both of these guys. And I knew Tommy, was going to be incredibly driven. He had been around an excellent pro decades. Coach Few is one of the greats, and he was right there side by side with him. So, it was tough losing Coach Miller. I wish him well. He's back at Xavier, and I know he's going to have success, but Tommy Lloyd is going to be hopefully around Arizona basketball for a long, long time, and I think he's going to be very successful.
I'm guessing the new uniform has a little red, a little white, and a little blue in it, but you're not going to really give us any more hints than that, I'm sure.
Well, if I knew, I have no idea. I don't.
So you'll be excited like us on Wednesday.
I will, and I'll be surprised like you.
Good. Real quick about not only basketball, football the same way. The transfer portal, it has completely changed the complexion of a rebuild or a way to keep your program, at the forefront. Tell me your thoughts about the transfer portal.
Well, it adds another layer of complexity to the coaching staff, because they have to recruit and retain their almost on a weekly basis. If people aren't getting enough playing time, or they're not happy with the way things are going, they can just pick up and go somewhere else. So I think it's made a job that is very, very difficult, even more difficult, with both NIL and the transfer portal. So, the coaches have got to convince players to come here. They've got to buy into the process and the system. And then you've got to retain them and keep them.
Certainly you oversee the entire university, not just athletics, but from the athletic point of view, what keeps you up at night? What's the biggest challenge? Is it all the upgraded the facilities and the money that takes? Is it the having to evolve with the times, with the transfer portal, as Pat just mentioned, and the NIL? Is it keeping track of coaches around the country in case somebody might want to leave, or you have an opening? What keeps you up at night as university president when it comes to the athletic part of your job?
Not much. I have full confidence in Dave to do his job, but I worry about all aspects of the university. The business school, the law school, undergraduates, the College of Science, all the great programs we have here, the medical school. So I'm constantly worried about everything. But I know we've got great leaders in all of these areas. So I sleep very well at night. Not too much bothers me. In my previous life, I didn't sleep, probably 1 or 2 nights every week operating all night. And, the stakes were really high there for sure. So I feel good about where we are as a university. And, all the things that you mentioned are certainly contribute to make these jobs even more difficult. But I think that we've got the people from the athletic director and the administrators to all of our coaches. I love our coaches. They're young. They are hungry. As I keep saying, they have the right values, starting with integrity. And not only do they want to win, I say, I would love to see us win a national championship in every single sport. It's not going to happen, obviously, but that should be our goal. But more importantly, I think, is that our GPA for our student athletes has continued to rise every year that Dave Hickey and I have been here. That's what I think is really most important. Obviously, you need to win. The 98% of individuals who are going to go on in life and not be a professional in their sport. We want to prepare them to have a very productive, successful, happy life. And we believe that having a good foundation and great University of Arizona degree will help them simply achieve their hopes and dreams and go on and make the world a better place. That's I say that every day here.
I'm glad to hear you're getting good night's sleep. That's always important. I'm wondering how the night of sleep was after, like a lot of Wildcat fans, after UCLA and USC said they were leaving the conference. There were some sleepless nights for us. A lot of us were, let's go, let's make a move. Cooler heads prevail. Tell me your thoughts about not, rushing into something. You guys stayed the course and you're still in the Pac-12.
Oh yeah, I think that every school has to decide what's best for them. I was disappointed, obviously, because I got to the Pac-12 after spending almost 25 years at Stanford. I just have always loved the Pac-12 for the commitment to excellence, primarily in the academic side, but also in the sports side as well. Obviously, multiple national championships across the Pac-12 in many sports. We have not been as good as we need to be in the last decade in terms of men's basketball, football, women's basketball, certainly a lot better in the last couple of years. I would even argue maybe the best conference. So, and we've always been really good in softball. People are catching up. But I love the Pac-12. And so it was a big disappointment, growing up as a kid, watching USC and UCLA be rivals. And the fact that they're not going to be in our conference anymore, I'm sad about that. But at the same time, they've got to do what they think is best for them. Going forward, we're in the middle of working on getting a new media deal for the remaining 10 schools that are left in the going back to the future and to the Pac-10. And my hope is that in the coming months, we'll have a media deal that'll make everybody happy and we'll stay together. And then, we'll have to look at the landscape about, do we consider adding some more teams? But for right now, the 10 of us are, we've got our arms locked together and committed to staying together and trying the best deal that we can get so that we can move forward.
What are your thoughts on George Kliavkoff, the Pac-12 commissioner? It seems like he's brutally, maybe I might say refreshingly honest. And when he makes some of the comments that he makes about the schools leaving and some of the schools some of the conferences trying to poach some other schools. I think there's even been comments about how, this may not work out as great for UCLA as they may think. Your thoughts on Kliavkoff and how he's handling the situation?
Yeah, I give him a score in his first year. I mean, he stepped into a really tough situation, knowing that our media deal was coming up and his background. I think he's the right person to guide us through this journey of negotiating and getting the best deal that we can get. And I love that he is, as you say, brutally honest. He tells it like it is. He holds no punches, and he's the right person at the right time to guide us through this very few months as we set the tone for the future of our conference. And again, I'll say I'm just proud that Arizona is a member of the Pac-12, and the shared values that we all have, I think are really, really important. And it makes those degrees that our athletes get even more valuable, in my opinion.
And real quick, you talked about the new television agreement, and I think ironically the thing a lot of us Arizona fans dislike is those 8 o'clock kickoffs, but it's actually the thing that makes the Pac-12 probably the most the most valuable property for late prime time, isn't it? Because you're able to provide something to the national networks that involves a late game for those on the East Coast and just a little late for us here on the West side.
Yeah, I agree. In Arizona, sometimes it's not so bad starting it a little bit later, certainly after sundown, Pac-12 after dark when it's, over degrees. But, I think we're going to have that problem, as you point out. That's one of the value propositions that we have. We fill that West Coast time zone, and unfortunately, many of these games are starting after people on the East Coast have already gone to bed. The so-called Heisman bias. I think we get shortchanged on that, but it is one of the valuable parts of what we have to offer. I would say parenthetically, though, that, as we look at potential deals with maybe non-traditional sports companies like some of the tech companies, where streaming will be part of the equation, that probably helps us with start times, because you can choose to stream these games later or in real time. I'd never streamed I watched one on Amazon the other night, the first game. I think it was Chiefs and Bills maybe, and it was pretty good. So I think all options are on the table for us. And like I said, going back to George and his team, I am confident we're going to get the best deal that we can possibly get.
All right. Are we going to see you Friday night at Red Blue?
Yes, I will be there.
Yeah, it's a great chance to see some of the newer players, certainly, and how they're going to replace those 3 draft picks. I'm sure Tommy Lloyd will get the most out of them. So
yeah, I have not been to a practice, so I have not seen them. So I'm going to be seeing them for the first time, and I'm very excited.
All of us are.
Yes.
Dr. Robbins, thank you so much for joining us here on the Huddle today. It was great to hear your insights on the Pac-12 and Kliavkoff, and also some of your analysis. So it's we really appreciate it, and thanks again.
Yeah, Jason and Pat, thank you for inviting me on your program. And Bear Down Cats, we'll see you Friday night.
All right, see you Friday and probably Saturday too, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Definitely.
All right.
Bear down.
Thank you
Go
so much,
Cats.
Dr.
Thanks.
Robbins. Yep, have a great day. Yeah. Pat, I mean, my takeaway right away, I mean, he piggybacked right off your analysis of the Cal and the halftime adjustments. You know, he was right there with you. He's like,
but I didn't realize
defense in the second half.
I learned something new. I didn't realize he was a quarterback, and and maybe even had aspirations of playing college football. I didn't realize that was the position he played, and he can analyze things like a quarterback. The guy that has to know every position on the field is a quarterback, and the guy that runs the university has to know everything about the university. So I guess it made sense.
Yeah, no, and I just remember him a couple weeks ago on the field. With him and Hiki, we showed some of the video congratulating Jed Fish on the win, and we'll see them there in the first row. And it was interesting. Also, he talked about Amazon there because we've heard rumblings that that could be a good agreement with the Pac-12 with Amazon. So I'm sure that was part of the reason why he was checking that out as well.
Yeah, I think that's the future. We've talked about it, Jason. You're gonna want your ESPN deal, your Fox deal, any CBS if they want to get it on the act too. But you've got to keep that option open. You've got to have an avenue for streaming. The NFL is the smartest sports entity out there, and they've done it. I know a lot of people. It's like Thursday night. How can I watch it on Amazon Prime? But it's here. It's not even the future. It's here. So you might as well embrace it. And I think the Pac-12 has plans to embrace it.
Yeah. So getting back to just to finish up here and talk about this Saturday night, I always not really a big fan of that whole must-win situation. But my goodness, Pat, it did enter my mind. I mean, you have to, after what they went through last year, to have a Colorado team come in and be a 17.5-point favorite. They're playing a quarterback in his second start ever, a Colorado team that's really, really, really struggled. Colorado looks like maybe Arizona last year. They have to, if they're going to take a step up, and this to be, and they already have with 2 wins, but they've got to get a Colorado win here because the schedule gets a lot tougher after this.
Yeah, and our great analyst, Dr. Robert Robbins, put it best. Sometimes you have to think about what the other team heads into a game, what their mindset is. Colorado looked at this game way back at the start of the season and said, if we struggle a little bit and we don't get a win, this is the game we're going to get a win, and they circle that. Now, do I believe Arizona is going to win this game? Yes, I really think they will. But Colorado has the mindset they're going to win this game.
That's right.
You've got to be ready, and you've got to play well. You can't turn the ball over. You've got to get more takeaways than giveaways. If you do that, then you win the football game.
And tackle the fundamentals,
and gap soundness. You got to get to the holes because they were giant gash, holes they just gashed right through. There wasn't anybody filling the gaps.
Yeah. All right, Pat. Terrific. Well, we're up against here the bottom of the hour, so we're gonna leave it there.
That was a lot of fun, Jason.
Yeah. No, for the viewers and listeners out there, I ran into Dr. Robbins at U of A night at Chase Field a few weeks ago and asked him, and he was gracious enough to join us. Yep. So thanks to Dr. Robbins for doing that. Pat, to thank you. And we'll be back here next Tuesday at the same time talking U of A football and maybe even a little bit about the red and blue game and what impressed us and what we saw and observed from there. So this has been the Huddle on KGUN 9 streaming platforms, our weekly talk show. We'll be right back here. For Pat Parris, I'm Jason Barr. See you next time.